chips.
Happy Monday. First
are-
off, happy birthday to John. He was just telling me what he did on that day, and he bought somebody else lunch.
I did. There was a young couple at my friend's bakery, which is probably the best Italian market in our town, our area.
It's good.
But it's not cheap. And there was a young couple there, probably in their 20s, and they were analyzing the menu and asking about prices, like down to the molecules, which, tells me they're like one step away from ramen noodles.
Right.
So they were trying to decide they were going to get a sandwich, whatever. So I took care of their lunch, and they got a salad, they got house-made chips, and they got a cutlet, stuffed sausage sandwich, and they got a sausage and pepper sandwich with mozzarella that they make in the market. Like it was still warm.
So John treated me
lunch on your birthday. John, you're a stellar dude, and happy belated birthday. You look great for 35, man.
I know. I said that to somebody. I said, this is like the 20th anniversary.
I'm not going to lie to you. If you're 35, you look like shit.
Yeah, 35,
Oops,
dude.
Did I curse? I almost never curse.
Dude.
I did. First time. Broke the record. I apologize.
35, I'm like a character out of Fallout, man.
So John treated me for lunch once and at Bellagio's, and I had John Cole. And we had another colleague there, and I don't think he's ever seen me eat that fast. We go to lunch from time to time. Usually I'm talking, eating, and I don't eat like tons, but I inhale the John Cole. I love that place. I haven't been there yet, but since then, but I need to get out there. They make the bread is to die for, dude.
Yeah, they probably make the best bread that I can find in South Jersey. I'm not crossing the river or going into New York City for bread. That's right. Well, the bread in New York City is excellent. I'm too old for that. Yeah. In my 20s and 30s, dude, I did that.
It's a pain.
I'm not driving an hour and a half through traffic, $45 to park in a safe neighborhood so I can take the subway
to buy a couple loaves of bread.
To buy bread, and then
so they used to be right.
He was in New York. He knows what I'm talking about. You go to the city.
I'll tell you this. I know one thing. Being in New York and then having to get to Jersey, never again, man. Are y'all crazy?
It's not easy.
It's not ideal, man. There's bridges and tunnels.
Yeah.
Not
and
really
tolls
optimal.
Are crazy.
I even took a train, and that was the most ridiculous. Yeah. Getting around in New York was easy. Getting to Jersey, man. I'll never go to MetLife Stadium again. If I do, I'm staying in Jersey. I'm not going to be in Manhattan.
I tell people this all the time. There are some things Jersey is excellent at.
Yeah.
There are some things that we are absolutely not excellent at. And public transportation,
yeah,
in our top 50.
It's not good. It's not good in the Northeast.
No, I mean, it's fine for us, right? Because we get on a train and it's a straight shot between Philadelphia and Atlantic City.
Yeah, but getting
North Jersey,
like I couldn't get to your house from here on public transportation.
Oh no, my God, no!
You have to have a car. This is a driving state. I am so glad because they used to be out of this industrial complex when their business was mainly catering, and then the pandemic hit.
Yeah,
and it started opening up to the public, but. It's an industrial complex. You're not getting foot traffic. People aren't stopping by and saying, "Oh, what's that?"
It wasn't ideal. They made the best of it as they could, took advantage of social media, that sort of thing. They made it work to the point where
and their bread and their food was excellent. So you would make a trip, but it was not ideal.
Oh no, you would call ahead and you would say, "Hey, I need this, that, this, that." You would pull up to the parking lot. And you would call and text and say, I'm outside. Right. And they'd have a kid with a mask go over to your car. I remember they had the long pizza peel. And your order would be on the pizza peel. And they would lean it into the car for you.
But now they're in a central retail location. It's
right off of State Highway. And it's
awesome.
They also have spots upstairs and downstairs, too.
Oh,
eventually.
Really?
Yeah. Upstairs are offices. Downstairs are going to probably be classrooms moving forward, learning how to bake and how they get.
Do they still have the place in this park here?
No,
they closed that.
The area that was here is closed. The actual big commercial bakery, because they got these thousands of loaves of bread every day, because they're also a wholesale bakery, is down in Gloucester City.
Okay,
they took over an Acme, and now it's just filled with ovens and conveyor belts. And
that
stuff
makes
like
sense. But if you're ever down this way, I'm telling you right now, it's an excellent place to eat. So To answer Marcus, and somebody, I think Barlord or somebody mentioned it.
Oh, and I said it on Facebook too, but anybody in the chat, thank you. Everybody, I had a lot of like wishes, messages, and stuff. Happy birthday. Appreciate the love. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm sorry, go ahead.
All right, Preston, we're going to fix that. So a tremendous weekend of football. First, we're going to start with obviously the Jalen Carter spitting incident.
I hadn't heard it.
Robbie and I were just talking about that. So
let's just hope that Dak can get Micah Parsons to spit on him before the Green Bay game. That would be great too.
Okay, so barring that, okay, taking Jalen Carter out of the equation made the game very close, without question. And I gotta tell you something: if the whole thing with Micah Parsons did not happen, you guys would have won that game.
Just so you know,
well, I mean, there's all kinds of things. If CD doesn't drop some of those passes, right? If there's not the delay, if there's not the storm delay, like there's a lot of stuff you could say. But man, I think Dak looked pretty good in that game.
I'm telling you that's what I'm saying. So I believe that Michael would have made that difference because Jalen had all day, did whatever he wanted. There was no pressure on him. And you look at Parsons playing for Green Bay. Okay, he was in 45% of the snaps, and he had 3 pressures, and one turned into an interception, one turned into a sack, and the other one I don't know, incompletion.
Yeah,
but that was amazing to me. That a guy who has not really had a preseason, who's been dealing with back injuries, comes into a team he doesn't really know, doesn't have a whole lot of time to learn the defense, their schemes and all, and he can do that. I got to tell you right now, the fact that, and I'll be the first one to be honest, the Cowboys looked efficient. Okay, CD dropped a couple critical passes at the end. But that happens. But you don't trade away Parsons, and you guys maybe could have done this year.
Well, maybe. And Marcus, don't worry, I'm not getting false hope, and it would have been false hope for the last 30 years, not just 20. But no, I'm not giving myself false hope for the Cowboys. We'll see what happens. But I don't know. I thought it was a really solid, decent enough game. I think things could have gone different on either side, especially without that big delay that they had. If you notice, there were no more scoring after that delay.
Yeah,
right?
I know. Well, so, what can you do?
But I mean, I don't know. It was a good game. It didn't go. I mean, I thought it was going to be a blowout, to be honest with you. And some of the rest of the games, were cool. I mean, like we were talking before the show, that Bills ending with the Ravens game was crazy.
Wow. I watched
Aaron Rodgers with the Steelers just balling. Lots of crazy things. And best of all, the Chiefs lost. So there you go. That's awesome.
Well, actually, the funniest game of all time over the weekend for me.
It's got to be hard for Travis Kelce to care if he wins or loses anymore. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well,
at this point, like, we lost. I'm sorry.
I think it's a matter of pride.
He hops in his hovercraft and goes home.
But to me, the biggest game was the Giants and the Commanders. Okay. And the fact that Daniel Jones with the who's he with? The Panthers?
Yes.
The data he had. So it wasn't Danny Dimes. It wasn't his fault. Okay. It really is the coaching staff. They need to clean house, man. That's just crazy. I don't care who you are.
Lorena just posted that she's always lurking. When her profile comes up and her picture comes up on Instagram for, hey, do you want to follow this person? You know her or whatever. I'm looking at it and she's making a lurker face in the picture. So I'm like, yeah.
So, yeah, it's been a long time, but this that coach is awful, man. Absolutely brutal.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm immediately impressed with the Cowboys' new coach because he knew how to manage the clock at the end of the game. That was like something I'm not used to, right? I'm not used to that over the last few years. So and all in all, a great first week of NFL, and it's been a really solid, interesting 2 weeks for college football. Lots of upsets in week 1. Texas goes down. Alabama gets slaughtered by Florida State. Made me so happy. My Tigers are 2-0. And a lot of teams hit 70 points this last weekend, if you noticed, man. Like a lot of them. Alabama, Ohio State.
Yeah, I know. They're blowouts. So I will say this, Alberto. I care, about Washington. I'll tell you why. Because Jaden Daniels is an absolute threat. and they are coming. They are coming. It's going to be
the Commanders are going to be a legit threat this year, bro.
That kid is good, and they are in our division. So I see them as the biggest threat in our division this season. All right, Redskins, Commanders, call them what you will. I don't really care. Okay, to be honest with you. Okay, to me that's a goofy thing. People say I'm not watching them because of the name change. Who cares? Okay.
Oh, I saw a great meme for it, and it said the Washington Blueskins, and instead of their Indian Chief logo, now it's Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice.
And I'm like,
I like that.
I would sign on board to the Washington Blueskins immediately. I would immediately be buying merch if
but
the
they are
Yondu's face
legit.
is on it.
Yeah, they are legit. I remember last season they gave the Eagles a bit of headaches. Okay, in the postseason and everything. To me, they are a threat. Giants, who cares? So really, I think division's going to be Eagles. I hope Commanders, Dallas. Okay, and then Giants way back there.
I actually would agree with that probably.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I really thought Dallas played well. Okay, they looked efficient. Dak looked good. Defense was decent, but you're missing that edge rusher. Shocker. Jerry Jones, why? Why would you do this?
Well,
makes no sense to me.
It is what it is, man. So we'll just have to make the best out of it. But man, pretty crazy first week for the NFL.
On Wednesday, give the viewers a millisecond to buy that, and if they don't buy it immediately, just leave it on the side for me.
We got a better one tonight.
We got a better one than this?
Yes, we do.
CK did it. So what I'm looking at is CK did an exceptional Galactus.
Wait until you see the court one.
Oh,
yeah, it's on tonight.
Oh,
so,
is it?
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
It's right in front of you, John. I see it right there.
It's missed. I'm sorry.
John was busy shopping in the box.
I was busy. Blue Falcon comes out. Is it this week? Blue Falcon comes out
this week. Yeah,
it is out this week.
I was glad to see this. I kind of read what had happened. This is. I love this book. This is. It's Jimmy Palmiotti, so it's not like it was. There was any question it was going to be good.
Right.
I talked to him a lot on Blue Sky, so I kind of had an idea of what was happening here. And I joked. I said to him, "I know you're friends with Nick Barucci." I said, "Do I have to go through the middleman, or you can just tell me what the story is?"
All right. So, moving on to baseball, we have to talk about the Phillies Karen. That unbelievable. That was unbelievable.
I saw something today. This could be wrong because you know how the internet is, but I saw that the Eagles owner banned her from the Eagles stadium even. So,
well, the best thing is they have misidentified the internet sleuths out there have misidentified her twice.
Oh yeah, somebody said
some poor women out there just getting harassed. Then
yeah, she's just like, I don't want to leave my house.
One says that she was a
teacher or something, right?
Right, at Hamilton, and the response that Hamilton High School had was epic.
It wasn't a Hamilton person because she'd have one-handed it, and there wouldn't have been any.
That's
questions.
What they said. They said,
I love that.
Our staff and our students are, local or are graduates, and they would have barehanded that ball and avoiding this whole controversy to begin with.
She would have got the ball. There wouldn't have been any dad,
It was
kid,
hilarious.
whatever.
Yeah. So,
well, you know what though, it goes hand in hand, right? They've started to book professional sports more like professional wrestling. People will say no, but the answer is yes. They're slapping, it's spitting. There's action in the crowd. We are this close to. They cut to break at the half, and they come back, and a coach is lying on the floor, and someone kissed him with a chair, and he's just laying there.
And then AJ Lee rocks in, and the crowd goes wild.
So the
end story of this is if you've ever seen a movie called The Last Boy Scout.
Yes.
Right? There's a football game scene, and that's where this ends.
Yeah.
With a guy zoned out of his mind, end of the line, runs, scores a touchdown, turns around, he pulls out a gun, he starts shooting people.
So better than that, what I heard was the internet is so desperate to identify her that they have offered to pay $5,000 for the ball if she writes "I'm sorry" on it.
Oh, people are It's a kid, man. It's a kid and his dad at a baseball game. And you can scrape away. I hear people saying it's about politics, it's about gender. This is the American pastime. It's baseball. Almost everybody has a recollection of being at a game with their old man. You don't do that. Yeah, if they had pushed her down a flight of stairs, I'd have been like, huh? Fafo, move along.
But also, when there's a home run or a foul ball like that, there's always a bunch of fans who are like trying to get it right, and you just don't usually see this response, right?
But what's funny though is if the guy, because he moved several seats away to chase the ball, if he had taken the ball, stuck in his own pocket, okay, or held it up, I think he would have been the bad guy. But because he gave it to his son and then hugged his son, she became the bad guy.
Well, and there's this thing about, should he have confronted the woman? He shouldn't have given her the ball. It was unfair to the kid. All I'm going to say is this. Back in the day, I was in many scraps under the Atlantic City Boardwalk. I would never in my life swing on a guy if he was there with his kids. I wouldn't care what he did.
Well,
you can't expect a guy to go nuts in a ballpark.
The cool thing is they took care of that kid, man.
They really did.
So in the end, a baseball bat, he got a package from the Marlins. Like, it was nuts, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I wanted to see. I want to see less people talking about the Karen and more people talking about the person from the stadium, I guess, who was over there almost instantly. It's like she teleported from somewhere to get to the kid and the parent.
Well, most Marlins games are empty anyway, so there's not a big crowd to get to.
She was just in her seat. But I would like to see a little bit more about that woman. Apparently, she went over, instantly took care of the kid. Hey, guys, blah, 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 this and that. And, you know, the kid's been, I'm not saying it was right, and I'm not saying it was fair, but they made the best they could of it. Like Robin said,
that was cool.
They've gone out of their way to sort of, you know what I mean, make this kid like, look, sometimes bad things happen, even to kids at ball games. We're going to make it right.
So after what happened with Coldplay, what happened at the U.S. Open, you'd think this woman would be smart enough not to do that, but clearly not. So now we've learned that in this day and age, you can't do that. Somebody's always filming. Can't do that.
When I was at the Oasis concert at MetLife last week, Liam Gallagher, the lead singer of Oasis, it was a funny bit because he goes, "Hey man, we ain't got no shady Coldplay Kiss camera, so you make out with whoever you want to, guys. We don't care. Your secret's safe with us."
Lady I see at my local Wawa all the time. We've talked about Wawa enough on this show. I think everybody knows what it is. Real nice lady. Honestly, she kind of looks like Mrs. Santa. You know, a little silver hair. No, I don't mean the Karen. I mean the lady I'm talking to. Every morning at Wawa, nice little smile, nice little hello, whatever. People are talking about this thing. She looks with her very pleasant voice, and she's like, if that had been me with my granddaughter, I would have shattered her jaw. And like, it was like, everybody stopped. All these grown men stopped at Wawa because they didn't expect to hear this from the lady that rings up your coffee in the morning and looks like Mrs. Santa Claus. And I'm thinking to myself, we're this close to like a diva scrap in the stadium over a baseball, which I'd be fine with, actually.
What's funniest,
it's the XFL now,
is there are women all over the country who have short white hair that are getting their hair dyed right as we speak. Okay, no one wants to be identified as this woman.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want her to lose her job because there were rumors she got fired.
Oh, I want her to lose her job. I don't want her to come to physical harm. But yeah, if they lose her job, if they cancel her DoorDash account, I'm fine with all that stuff, man. You made a mistake. There has to be consequences. Again, nothing physical. You know, I'm not going to shatter anyone's jaw like angry granny at Wawa. But yeah, if she gets fired,
I don't know. I don't know. You know, I think that may be a little too much.
Dude, you better sell a comic or we're going to get fired.
No.
Keep talking.
So, but let's, okay, the giveaway of the night.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's time for a break.
Yeah, it is. But the giveaway of the night is Justice League No Justice, #1 with Nightwing cover sketch by Kirstine Danica Lim. It's actually a nice one. Hashtag is hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase. All right. And Jay's right. We are at break time. And when we get back, we'll do shout outs. And
Steve, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong at all. Steve Vendetta, he's absolutely nailed it.
And we will get to the books. All right. So hang out. We'll be right back.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
Hey, did you know that you're invited to an art gala? No, I mean the fun kind. It's SketchUp with Mog and Mel.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining us.
Featured guests talk about their new projects.
So it takes place in this fantasy world where the world has kind of lost its stories.
And life as an artist.
The hope was that you could make some amount of money when you exited art school.
While the ever-changing artist panel draws new works live in front of your eyes.
Oh, I like that. Working on this
And
shadow.
sexy. Sex, dude.
You still got a little bit of time.
Ooh, Phil, that's dope, dude.
SketchUp with Mog and Mel. Thursday nights. Part of the experience.
Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
All right, we're back.
We are
All right,
back.
so let's do shout outs first. All right, let's see. Who
Everybody
got
in the
now.
chat. Move on. That's the
All right.
worst shout out ever.
So who do we got? We got in the house. Preston, of course, he was first. Let's see. Easy
Did
Go
they do
Lucky.
Did they do that comic book award show gimmick yet? Did Robbie get shut out because it's heel life for him now? They don't want to put a heel guy over
Don't
with
know.
all those trophies.
I mean, I'm nominated for 3 of them. So
Okay, I wanted
So
to
we
make
got-
sure you weren't getting the Shmemmy booking, man. Because
I got nominated for 3 though. Yeah, pretty fun stuff. You know, with the heel turn and everything. But
So we got Space Case in the house. Let's see. Preston, I said Barlord, what's happening? Alberto, as always.
is Ed weird here, or is he just staring blankly at the screen until the next Michigan football game?
Oh my God, I feel bad for the dude.
oh, that was the upset this weekend, wasn't it? Oh,
Oh, that was rough.
Ed weird, if you're watching the show, dry those tears and come join us, man. It'll be fine. What do they say? It's just a game.
I just hope both teams win.
Marcus, of course. Got Marcus.
Vote
in the
Robbie,
house.
the straight ticket. Very good, CJ. I don't care what they nominate him for.
All right, let's see. Barlord, I said hello to.
Best female commentator. Sure, why not, man? There you go.
I'll take it.
Trophy's a trophy, man.
So Lorena, I saw her in the house. Canadian, what's happening, bud? Let's see. Ryan Riley, what's going on? I saw Kenneth. Let's see who else. CJ, what's happening, buddy?
It's in the game. I like that.
Steve Vendetta. Nice to see you, bud. Who am I missing? Oh, I saw Becky Bate. What's going on, Becky?
Becky is here to pick up the best books of the night for like 18 cents each. If we have an MVP for like value shopping or whatever, that's got to be Becky, man. Becky's like, yes, I'll buy that for $4. And then I see it the next week on eBay for like 20. Not the same book, but I'm like.
All right. So let's see. TJ, what's happening, bud? Triple B, of course.
You got to that mute button quick, check.
All right. I think that's everyone. Unknown, what's happening, bud? Let's see. Ed Weir, there he is.
Yeah, the Lions. It's a terrible week for football in Michigan, man.
You know, and it's early. You know, it's still early. There's still plenty of time for everybody to collapse or to rise.
Well, they're still grilling brats and drinking sangria, man. They need to get a little bit colder.
What was amazing was how good.
Yeah, Becky does know a bargain.
Green Bay looked good.
A lot of people look good on week 1, though.
CIB, what's happened?
A lot of people do look good on week 1, and then they were all excited, and then, well, you know, reality hits, you know.
Right.
By mid-season, they're like,
oh, you didn't even mention, what about the dude that there's some dude like pushed Lamar Jackson or whatever, right? They banned that dude from the stadium, apparently.
Hit the helmet or something?
Yeah, he like hit him on or something, and Lamar Jackson like shoved him. When you go to a professional sporting event like this, whether it's predetermined like something like wrestling or whether it's like something like NFL or baseball, whatever, do not interfere and touch the players. Like, are you crazy? Like, what would you do if somebody did that to you at your job? You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are crazy, man. Because it also happened at wrestling with the Clash in Paris. Did you see that, John? Where everybody was like swarming at Rhea Ripley and stuff. Like, that's just ridiculous.
That's a little bit disturbing. And I tell people,
what you do is you maintain your distance. You give them a good sniff and a smell, and then you just let them be.
The Robbie method.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but the situation with Rhea Ripley, she's like one person, and the next thing you know, it looks like from a long shot, it looks like a zombie movie. Right. And they found the one human being that's still alive. That's a little creepy. And I get it. It's fans. You're crazy. You love this stuff. You know, you've probably been drinking those big beers from the dark match time. You know, she comes out and you lose your mind, whatever. The stalking of these people at the airport for autograph, it's just all, it's a little much. And they don't want to cut off fans. But someone is going to be seriously hurt. Hopefully I'm wrong. I hope everybody watching is like, John, you're wrong. I hope I am. But someone is going to be seriously hurt.
Yeah, Marcus, that beer is their profit margin. I mean, are you kidding? They're charging you anywhere from 10 to what, $15 a beer?
Beer at a stadium is like popcorn in a movie theater.
Yeah.
This is where the money is made. Believe me, one of us rolls it. Well, I'm a bad example, but you and Robbie roll into a movie theater and you get your ticket. It's $20. They're not making a huge profit on that $20 ticket. Then you and Robbie decide, I'm going to hit the concession stand. I want a hot dog. I want some popcorn. I want a giant soda. And $32.
As someone who used to tailgate, most of these guys are drunk by the time they walk into the stadium. Okay.
Yes.
They've been pounding beers. I mean, for the Eagles game, they started the night before. They were lined up. They were parked on the street. Okay. You know, so these people have been drinking all day for 2 days.
I used to do tailgates, unofficial tailgates at the Jet Row, right near the stadium. Jet Row is sort of like a wholesale, it's where restaurants buy their groceries and stuff. And they have a massive parking lot.
Right.
So I would toddle on over there and nobody cared. And people would be watching everything from Saturday Night Live to whatever, blah, 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 throwing football around. And Jet Row was happy to have them there because me and every other kind of food truck, trailer, cart guy bought our food from there. I wasn't bringing all that stuff over. I'd go over there, whatever. So they would make a ton of money by selling us all that food.
Right.
There's a lady that used to make donuts in the parking lot, fresh donuts. So they weren't going to do anything about that. These people would start Saturday sundown. Generally, that's what, 8 o'clock this time of year? Maybe 8:30. And those people would be going from then until kickoff at 12:48 or whatever.
We
it
used
is.
to we used to be there
1:48.
for 1:00 game. We used to line up for the parking space with the bus at 4 a.m.
No, Marcus, they really aren't. We've talked about this before. I do not understand. I appreciate it, and the two things I've probably abused the most are an all-you-can-eat buffet and Regal Unlimited membership. I am not the person they have in mind when they create these things. I don't know what their profit margin is.
Well, they're losing money on you. We know that.
Yeah, it's like $20 a month. Literally, I see
saying.
one movie and the card pays for itself. My average in a 52-week year, according to my thing, is 133 movies.
Wow.
They're so losing money.
So where is that? Where are they making that money?
Yeah, because you ain't buying the concessions. You're door dashing, sushi and stuff like that, right?
Maybe that's their thinking. If they get me in every week, I'm the guy buying popcorn, soda, big ice cream.
That's how they are with me, because I got the A-list. I got the AMC version of the Regal card, right? And they get me because they do this thing for every dollar you spend, you get like 100 points or something. You get 5,000 points, you get $5 coupon, right? And I'll just be like, well, I don't want to buy the large popcorn, but it would put me over and I'll have $5 on the next trip. So I'll buy the large popcorn. I'm there by myself eating a large popcorn.
Yeah, but how many people belong this like Regal Unlimited?
I don't know.
The AMC. How many?
I got like 3
it?
friends that have it, but I don't know. Yeah.
Well, but my point is, how many people actually pay for it, and then for the entire month they don't see a movie?
Oh, that's happened to me.
Right?
There's been a 2-month period, Rex, where I didn't buy a movie, and I was like, I gotta go watch.
Planet Fitness membership. You pay the membership every month, but you never go to the gym.
Well, the gym, that's been a joke for 20, 25 years. People get these gym memberships on January 2nd. New year, new me. And by March, they can't figure out how to go online and cancel the membership, and they're just paying.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this is like tens of thousands.
We had the whole Friends episode where Ross
I want to quit the gym.
There was a 2-month period where I didn't go see a movie. And I was like, I got to go see 4 IMAX movies right now.
You see my point, right? So there are tons of people that probably belong.
It's like you with Peacock, Rex. You probably still have it.
Actually, I started watching that. I did start watching. Their programming has gotten better. So I have been watching that one. All right. So let's get to it. All right. So as always, you can guess what we got. The Dynamite 10-packer reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. And as always, $40 retail value. As always, we got it for $5. And then the best deal ever, the DF mystery box. 2 CGC 9.8s, 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed, and we've got it for $85. And you know what? I'll do free shipping again. All right. Great deal. Oh, and I thought I saw Nick in the Nick S in the group, and I didn't say hi. So hi, Nick. All right, some really great sketch covers now. So we got The Walking Dead Aftermath number 192 with Negan cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. Look at this one. Not bad at all. MSRP of $149.99, and we have for $65.
It's wrong hashtag, Ryan.
All right, here we go. This is John. Check this one out. Thor number 1 with Galactus cover sketch by Jessica Court.
Do you want to have her do another one that will honor whoever buys this, because this won't leave the building?
Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. It's nice.
You know, a lot of people don't know this, but Galactus is actually a survivor from the previous iteration of the universe, in which he was a father of a Puritan family, and he took them away from his community and went and lived in the woods with a witch.
Galen Ta.
So I saw tonight's movie night is what? Blair Witch?
The Blair Witch Project. Yeah, a little movie right there. It's probably one of the most influential horror films of all time, if you really think about it.
I hated this movie.
Even beyond horror, Blair Witch taught Hollywood, beyond the horror genre, how to use the internet to market movies.
Yes. That I agree with.
That's probably one of the most important things about it was its viral marketing technique.
Yes,
also,
that was the most important thing about it.
And also its influence on movies like Paranormal Activity and Wreck and all that kind of stuff, right?
It gave birth to found. Well, I know there were some found footage films before that, but it cemented found footage as a genre in horror.
But it really did, and it truly is one of the first ones, man. I think maybe the first true found footage film is the McPherson tape, which is from the 80s, which is about a UFO abduction. But a lot of people say like The Legend of Boggy Creek or Cannibal Holocaust, but those are more like movies within movies, mockumentaries, you know?
All right. Yeah. I want to say one thing, all right, about that movie. Number one, it gave me motion sickness, right? But beyond that, number one, please trim your nose hair. Number two, somebody give the woman a damn tissue.
Well, I think
the whole movie, I see a snot in her nose.
Bro, that was literally like 3 a.m. in Maryland in October, November, man. Like, she probably didn't even know her nose was running like that, dude. Also, you shouldn't trim too much of your nose hair, y'all. It's there for a reason.
Seeing her
after the opening
hair
weekend, there was a meltdown on the infant internet because MapQuest couldn't find Burkittsville, Maryland. First of all, that movie, I believe, is shot in Pennsylvania. And also, I don't believe there's a Burkittsville, Maryland.
There is a Burkittsville, but the whole idea of it being called Blair and all that stuff and all the legend is made up. But there is a Burkittsville, yeah.
And people were so upset. And I'm just like, that told them this is how we're going to promote every movie from here on out.
Yeah, there's a Burkittsville because people would actually, fans of the movie would actually go there. They get into the woods, they would find that house, and they were like taking pieces of the house and demolishing it. So then, like, destroying it. So the city decided just to destroy the house because too many people were coming up there.
That was what Ted Raimi talks about with the Evil Dead house. People were cruising through the woods and they were taking pieces from abandoned cabins. And no, that's not the house. They were doing it for decades. Finally, I don't know if it was like Michigan Park Service or whatever. They had to start having people like cruising around out there saying, people have the off-season vacation homes here or whatever. Stop touching their stuff.
Yeah.
And Ted Raimi actually got on the internet and was like, the house doesn't even exist anymore. We destroyed it. I don't know if it's true or not. There were all sorts of rumors that he owned it, his brother owned it. Bruce Campbell was going to buy it at one point, but Bruce says a lot of stuff for laughs, so I'm not, but I just, again, take a deep breath. Why are you pulling? I got the railing from the Evil Dead house. No, you don't. You got the railing from someone's summer home in the winter, and now they got to replace that when they come back in the spring.
Get obsessed. That's the problem. All right, so next up, we got Batman's Strangest Cases, a Treasury edition. So it's oversized with Batman cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza.
I like this. It's like a what if Jack Kirby did Batman or something, right?
I was just going to say, this is like a Kirby-esque Batman. I think that's neat.
MSRP for $169.99, and we've got it tonight for $75.
You know all they needed? They needed a Kirby-esque rainbow Batman. Mariano called Joe Del Beato.
That would work.
All right. So then we got
CJ, good point. It is also has some like a Bruce Timm energy in there.
No, Alberto, this one is oversized. It's Treasury edition. So it's the big one here. That's why.
Yeah, speaking of Jack Kirby, do you know where I stayed in New York? I stayed in the Lower East Side in Jack Kirby's neighborhood. I would be walking down the streets and I would just be like, I'm in the King's Path right now, man. I'm on the King's Road. This is awesome, man. I was basically on Yancey Street. So it was awesome. What's that?
Hotel? He just stayed in a lady's house or apartment, man.
I stayed in the subway. No, I was at a Holiday Inn on Essex and Delancey. So
okay. All right. Next up,
Did you say Clancy Street? I didn't hear what.
Justice League No Justice #1 with Lobo cover sketch by Silverback.
Isn't that Jason Momoa?
Who I believe is a friend of John Castle Spilios.
It's nice work, man.
Very cool, man. I love this.
Yeah, he's good. I
Get
like
this
his work.
now. Don't wait until Lobo is in live action and this is $500 and you're like, oh, I should have bought it now. Yes, you should buy it now.
Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Then
I don't think the Jeffersons were in the Lower East Side, right? They were more a little bit uptown, weren't they? Maybe
I think they were Upper East Side.
Yeah.
All right. So then we have Silver Surfer Black, #1 with Shalabal. Silver Surfer, cover sketch by Will Torres. Another nice one.
This looks really nice, man.
This is almost like Bristol board and a blue magic marker or something. Obviously, it's more than that. But that's sort of like early in con days, you would get sketches like this. A guy would just have a blue marker or a red marker or something. You get the sketch and you were glad to get it and move along.
Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. All right. Do we have? Oh, we have to take the second break. Jay, go ahead and take us to a second break. We will be right back. I got some nice back issues.
Alberto's trying to
Galactus and Sean. Yeah, I'll do you a deal there. You got it, Alberto.
Good pickup, Alberto.
Right. Nice. So that's. Cool. I'm really glad to see that Galactus go. I mean, that is a very
the lady who played Silver Surfer. I can't remember her name right now, but I just heard that she got cast in a Madonna biopic. Julie Garner, is that her name or something like that?
Right? Julia Garner.
Yeah, Julia Garner. That makes sense. But I heard that she just got cast as Madonna in a Madonna biopic. That's interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. That's cool.
They do a fantastic. I'm wondering if we will see that version of Silver Surfer in one of the Avengers movies.
Maybe. So, all right. Jay, take us a break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Whoa. Whoa. Did you miss it? Yeah, they can go by pretty fast. Let's slow down the footage.
Welcome. It's time to skim some comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will just tell you that Miles is very important in his role as a vampire. So
it's fine. If you like Hercules, read it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's fine.
The art is still stunning. There's a panel, little spoiler, there's a panel in this where Chitauri first hits Lion-O, and he is the best "did she really just hit me" face I've ever seen put in a comic book.
Wow, live reviews of new comic books so you can be ready for New Comic Book Day. What is this? Oh, I see. It's Minute to Skim It. Part of the experience. FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it.
All right, we're back. All right, I don't see Tracy Medina in the house yet. Hopefully she joins us later, but another good one from her. Star Wars Poe Dameron, #1, cover sketch by Tracy Medina. I want to say a Rebel pilot. I didn't see an actual name attached to it.
Always asking for this guy.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be up there.
I'm just going through the books you'll read later.
I'm sure you are. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. All right. Yeah, I assure you, Amy. Yeah, Amy is off this week. I hope she's having a relaxing week. I doubt she's watching the show right now. How much you want to bet she is not watching the show? All right. So these back issues are some nice ones. All right. We have Invincible #1. And we have this one for $15. And then we have Invincible #117.
If there was ever an appropriate color cover for a book.
All right. Okay, Battle Beast versus Thrag. I have not read Invincible, but I've heard this one is in high demand. So we have this one for $85. And it is a 9.4. Then we have Marvel Team Up #14. Invincible crossover. And we have this one for $100. Yeah, good point, Jay.
I just want to live long enough to see Robert Kirkman by Disney. I'm just kidding.
Then we have Spawn #244. Low print run, apparently. It's a 9.2. And we have this one for $60.
I think Robert Kirkman needs a little bit more cash on hand to take over Disney, man.
You need a pretty significant investor to pull that off, but
he needs like 30 more Walking Deads before that happens, right?
You need Walking Dead to be on daily. You know what I mean? Like,
it's crazy the difference between 1 million and 1 billion. It's nuts.
It's just a zero, but.
All right, then we have Spawn #247. Also low print run. It's 9.2. And we have this one for $30.
Yeah, a lot of people forget, like a lot of Spawn fans come back in trying to collect these books up, and then they don't even realize that there was a period, especially when the industry was really doing not so good in the late 90s, early 2000s. There weren't a lot of these Spawn books out there. You see the same thing with Savage Dragon, even some Marvel books. So, yeah.
People didn't pre-order a lot of them because they weren't selling at the time.
Yeah, there may have been only like 2,500 people reading comics in the year 2001, So
2001 was brutal. There is like there's no, I don't know a word other than brutal to describe what that time period was. There were books then that were going out, and literally guys like Kurt Busiek were making use of a mailing list, like for like Astro City. I think there was maybe Jukebox Productions for a while at that point. People would get emails like AOL, you've got mail, and it was literally from Jukebox Productions, and it was like a little thing from Kurt asking you to shoot over there and grab a copy of whatever. People like, no. I'm like, yes. That's exactly how it was.
All right. Then last one, Invincible #1, free comic book day. It's a 9.4. And we have this one for $10.
And yeah, those Spawns are awesome. And the Spawn with the wings, that's always a very hot item. Any cover with Spawn with the angel wings is always hot.
So before we get to the Dynamite books, let's do a quick Rex cap. All right. So the giveaway, if you joined us late, is Justice League No Justice #1 with Nightwing cover sketch by Kirstine Danica Lim. Hashtag is #EXP Monday. Then we have the Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, $40 retail value. And we've got it, as always, as a thank you to the group for $5.
We should try to put together a Peter Cannon 10-pack. I think I mentioned this 2 weeks ago because Peter Cannon Thunderbolt is coming back. So we should try to put together a 10-pack of Peter Cannon.
Did.
Oh, I have this already.
That last run, the Dynamite.
All you have to do is ask.
Amazing.
What?
That last run that Dynamite did was amazing. The Kieran Gillen and Chris Casper Wingard run, fantastic stuff. Fantastic.
And I'll be the first to admit, if you look at a book of Peter Cannon Thunderbolt from the 60s, it's hard to believe that this guy with his little, like, you know, bike shorts and low socks or whatever, it's tough. It's real tough. But, you know, Dynamite kind of grabbed the character and did their thing.
Preston, did you get the email yet? It should be on the way to you. So
Amy's supposed to send the email, and she's gone.
Yeah, I know she is.
Half the building is dark.
Preston, send me an email. I will check for you tomorrow morning as soon as I get it. All right, bud? I promise. All right. DF Mystery Box, 2 CGC 9.8s, 1 Virgin, 1 Signed, 1 Exclusive, and 10 back issues. Free shipping tonight, $200 retail value, and we've got it for $85. Then we have The Walking Dead Aftermath, number 192, with Negan cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we've got it for $65.
Great homage to Walking Dead number 1 right there. But
that's what I was just going to say.
Yeah, good point. All right, then we have Batman's Strangest Cases Treasury Edition with Batman cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Marianne Liceza. Suggested retail for $169.99, and we have this one for $75. Then Justice League No Justice number 1 with Lobo cover sketch by Silverback. MSRP of $149.99, and we have it for $65. Then Star Wars Poe Dameron number 1 cover sketch by Tracy Medina. And MSRP of $149.99, and we have it for $65.
This is good stuff. The simplicity of this is very cool.
Yes, it's good.
You know what I mean? I this is like Star Wars fans. This is sort of not what you see for every, Star Wars book that we have. Right. I really like this.
It's very like animated series kind of feeling.
It almost reminds me of,
She has a special touch with
Poe Dameron, as seen by the Clone Wars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she has a special touch when it comes to animated versions of characters on her sketch covers, I think.
Well, I think it's that. I think it's a little bit, hasn't she been on the show talking about being influenced by, Bruce Timm and that sort of, that sort of look. And I think, when she leans into it, it's just, you just get a great result.
All right. Then we have Invincible number 1. And we have this one for $15. Then we have Invincible number 117, Battle Beast versus Throg. It's 9.4. And we have this one for $85. Then we have Marvel Team Up number 14, Invincible crossover. And we have this one for $100. Then we have Spawn number 244. These are short print runs. It's 9.2. We have this one for $60. Then we have Spawn number 247, 9.2, and we have this one for $30. Then we have Invincible number 1, free comic book day. It's 9.4, and we have this one for $10. And then we have the Dynamite books coming out this Wednesday. First up, John was already looking at it. The Blue Falcon and Dynamite number 1, cover A by Lucio Perillo. Cover price. Ooh, nice cover. All right, then we have cover B by Amanda Connor. Also at cover price.
My choice is
Then we have cover C by Joseph Michael Linsner. And we have this one cover price as well.
We have this one as like a pencil sketch, don't we? I think there's a pencil sketch variant of this. Well, there is in that box. And I got to tell you, this literally looks like something that came off Linsner's board. It's very cool.
Mike Asbell, what's going on, bud? All right. I don't know. Do you know?
Somebody has asked this question before, and we never got a specific answer. You know what? This sounds. That's a great comparison, actually. The Perio cover looks like something. Wacky Racers was one of my. It was only one issue, which I'm very disappointed with the publisher with. But I really liked that world. I liked everything about how they sort of took, kind of goofy characters like Penelope Pitstop and Peter Perfect and all that stuff, and they made that. If you missed that, go find it somewhere. That was a great story, and it was a one-off too. So it's not like you got to add another thing to your pull list or whatever. But it was a really cool story, and that world was really cool. And the Perio cover for this absolutely looks like it's from that world.
All right, then we have cover D by Francesco Mattina, and we have this one at cover price as well. These are some amazing covers, man. All right, then we have cover E, the Lucio Perio foil. And we have this one at $9.99.
Marcus, that's funny.
If that happens, my girlfriend will be all over that. I've had to watch that thing like 3 times, man.
I heard it's good.
My wife squealed when he did Powerpuff.
It is good. It is good. I mean, and it's available to watch on Netflix, which we have, but she even made me go and take her to the theater to see it when they did a little limited engagement.
I don't watch much animated anymore.
I was over at the theater, and they were doing a reshowing of the Conjuring universe films before the new one came out. Right. Surprisingly, I haven't seen the new one yet. Waiting for a friend of mine who we've been friends for 20 plus years. She's a huge horror fan.
Right.
That thing made $83 million its first weekend, man. It's like the third highest. It's the third highest horror movie opening of all time, man. It's crazy.
Somehow she missed seeing the Conjuring movies. And I explained to her, she goes, well, it's just 2 movies, right? I was like, oh no. Yes, there's Conjuring movies you need to see, but there's The Nun. There's Annabelle. I said, book a weekend. You've probably got 18, 20 hours of movie to go through. I mean, Robbie probably know better than I do running times and stuff, but Annabelle movies, Nun movies.
Yeah, what? 2 Nun movies, 3 Annabelle movies, 3 Conjuring movies. And then what's the other one? It's like something Corona. I always think of it as the Corona one.
So I told her, hey.
What's up?
Here's the birthday boy.
I just wanted to peek something on the rack. That was it. Hi, everybody. It's me, the birthday boy. What's up, Robbie? What's going on, brother?
What's up?
Man snagged one of the coolest like things of ink I've seen in a long time. I've seen a lot of ink on Facebook, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Orko. That's impressive as hell, man. I mean, that's a deep cut, and I got to tell you.
You talking about the Killer Whale movie? You talking about the Killer Whale movie?
Yeah, I got a cross. It was the Killer Whale, Orko, but as the wizard from He-Man.
Oh, so that's cool.
Nice little mashup.
I like that a lot.
That would be good.
What? Can you do me a favor? Is Space Ghost #1 up here from the second series or whatever?
No, I can grab you one if you want.
If you can.
You want to show off a holofoil?
Whatever is,
It's just close.
I was going to say sure, whatever.
All right. So we got cover F, the Lucio Perio foil Virgin. And we have that for $29.99. Then we have cover G, the Francesco Mattina foil. And we have that at $9.99. Then we have cover H, the Mattina foil Virgin. And we have that at $29.99.
Yeah, nice color.
Oh, this is nice.
All right, nice. Jeff, you realize you're not getting it back, right?
What that is?
Do
that
you
for
need it?
Yeah. What? Do you need this one? Because I can take any cover. I don't need.
No, you. I mean, I have a ton.
You just give Nick the
bill. Just making sure.
That's it.
If you had one and you need it for something, you're not getting this one back. I'm just giving you a heads up.
Happy birthday.
All right.
I thought it was going straight too strong. No, I'm super excited. Earlier in the year, last year, David Capozzi got a huge amount of props for Space Ghost, deservedly so. This year, he's been getting a lot of props for Speed Racer from Mad Cave, which is a great book.
And Captain Planet.
And now, Space Ghost saddles up again for, I guess,
Yeah,
technically is this
Preston,
volume 2?
John has no intention of showing it off. It is going straight to his trunk.
No. I'll show it. I'll wait till we're done here. But this is a holofoil too, so it's hard not to. Yeah, sure. You take whatever books you like, Jeff.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you for the
Yeah, just like John.
That's it.
Just like
I'm
John.
gonna put these on his tab too.
Like, it's like, get a taser. He's by the comics.
We're gonna have to put an electric fence around the.
Too late. I tried that.
This is just a really cool cover. I'm trying to maybe find a position where this is.
It's
not.
hard. Yeah, the
It's
foil's
hard.
too much reflection.
It's just too much. Plus, it's a holofoil.
Yeah.
It's just this great sort of gritty cover where Space Ghost is pulling off his helmet. You know what I mean? And I just, first of all, I love when it's a helmet and not a mask.
Right.
You know what I mean? I love the fact that this is sort of a, you know what I mean? I think this version of Space Ghost obviously is crazy popular. It's something new. You haven't seen this before.
Well, 2 is out today as well.
Yes, it is. I have it right here.
Shocker. All right. So then we have cover I, the blank cover.
Cover 2. Look at that. Michael Cho. There's no business like Cho business. I'll tell you that right now. I love that guy's work.
Then there is cover K, the Lucio Perillo version. And we have that at 50. Then we have cover L, the 1:10 ratio Linsner, black and white.
Yeah, this is very cool.
And we have this at 10.
I would normally take this. However, I told Jimmy Palmiotti on Blue Sky I would take the Amanda Comic cover. He's like, gee, thanks, man. We were wondering about that. Hey, I gotta tell you, Jimmy Palmiotti has a sense of humor. That's hysterical. That guy is like, he kind of gets the jokes. When he's like, Amanda and I were wondering which comic you would take from Nick. I barely know I exist, but it was funny stuff.
All right, we have cover M, the 1:10 ratio Matina Virgin. And we have this one for 10. I really like this cover.
This is almost like I want to see an animated movie or animated series for this done in this style.
This looks like Blue Falcon and Dynamite made by Zack Snyder is what this looks like, man.
100%.
All right, cover N, the 1:15 Linsner black and white version. And we have this one for 15.
And there's like a tiny little, I don't want to spoil Blue Falcon and Dynamite for anyone, but there's a tiny little John Wick homage panel that just, when I saw the panel, it got me. And then I saw it today in the book. And I'm like, yeah, that's...
All right, then we have cover O, the 1:15 Linsner Virgin. And we have this one for 15. Then we have cover P, the 1:20 Amanda Connor version. And we have this one for 20.
See that?
Ooh, nice.
Carrying the dog, right? That's like the...
All right, then we have cover Q, the blue blank. And we have this at cover price.
This might be the most appropriate, like, Authentics cover color
Yeah,
I've
you
seen
said
in
that
a while.
earlier.
We got like a red one for Red Sonja.
All right. Then we have cover R, the 1:5 ratio Amanda Connor foil. And we have this one for 5. Then we have cover S, the 1:7 Linsner foil. And we have this one for 7. Then we have cover T, the 1:10 ratio Amanda Connor foil virgin. And we have this one for 10. And then we have cover U, the 1:10 Linsner foil virgin. And we have this one for 10. And that is the Blue Falcon and Dynamite #1 out on Wednesday. All right. So also out this
Trust
week.
me, you guys, yes, but for all number 5 does come out this week.
It does, Triple B.
I had the book in my hand and I thought to myself, this should really go to Triple B before me, shouldn't it? So he can load up and get ready to do his thing, man. I mean, I don't have a show. Well, but I don't have like an unboxing show or.
All right. So then we have.
If I was going to do a show, you know what it would be?
What?
It would be a show of stuff I read at my friend Nick's office, and it would be like spoilers for like weeks in it. Wow, you really don't want to miss this book. You won't believe what happens.
You got it, Becky. Let me get Becky down here. All righty.
I think we have Thundercats this week too, right?
I believe so.
Yep.
Yes.
And Gargoyles, Demona. I might.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
Oh,
look at that.
All right, now I just want you to know that if I ever, and this has nothing to do with anything you've ever said, but get compared to Alex again, because that's a Mar.
Who did
comparison,
that?
We're going into full-blown meltdown. You enjoy those books.
We actually don't speak about that at all.
We don't say that name here.
It's like Voldemort.
Don't speak his name.
Is it like Candyman, Beetlejuice? He's just going to show up behind you.
Rex goes into the bathroom, shuts the light off, and says that name 3 times.
I do not.
I do not. Jeff, look at me. You know he does, man.
That's how I go to sleep at night.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
All right.
Not gonna
Oh my
lie,
God,
I thought
that's-
that was Alex. So
Bleep that out, man. We'll fix this in post.
Oh God, here we go. I spent all this time trying to be very careful, and Jeff comes in and busts it all up. All right.
Once a man puts Orko on his back, the guardrails are gone, man. He's made his decision. This is who I am.
All right. Then we have Space Ghost number 2, cover A by Francesco Mattina. And we have this, of course, at cover price. Then we have cover B by Jay Lee, also a cover. Then we have cover C.
See, now I
by
need
Michael
Jay Lee.
Cho.
I need Jay Lee to do a early 2000s century Space Ghost crossover.
I'm telling y'all this Michael Cho cover is a contender right now for me for cover of the week. This is a beautiful cover.
It is nice. All right. So then we have cover D by Bjorn Berens. And we have this at cover price.
This person, I don't think I have seen a cover. And I don't throw this name around a lot comparatively. Everybody knows I'm like an Alex Ross guy. People are probably sick of hearing it. I have not seen an Alex Ross cover that was bad, ever, anywhere. This guy, Bjorn Berens, is kind of, and I realize he doesn't quite have the same body work yet because, he hasn't put all those years in yet. I cannot remember seeing a cover that he did that was not amazing.
But this cover is great too because he's got that nice victory pose. This is the pose you make at a Phillies game when you snatch the ball away from somebody.
This is known as Krennic posture.
So what you do when you spit on Dak?
Oh no! That thing where Travis Kelce got yelled at in a locker room or something.
You don't spit on another man. I mean, we all agree on that, right? That's one of the most disrespectful things to do is to spit on somebody.
I gotta tell you,
if we're going to waive that rule, then we really are sort of at the Mad Max level. You know what I mean? There's got to be some boundary, right? You don't kick a man's dog. There's certain things you just don't do. You don't disrespect his wife in public.
Okay, I gotta say that I grew up in the Lester Hayes era.
Lester Hayes,
yeah.
Lester the molester.
Yeah, I it's getting a little bit ridiculous with the new rules in the NFL. I just like these guys. They're paid to destroy each other, and we're calling the sportsmanship thing or tossing people for a little spit. I mean, I not that I'm saying that's right, but Lester Hayes crippled Darryl Stingley. They did not eject him from the game.
I was going to say, yeah. And
you can cripple a man. You just can't spit on him, bruh. Come on.
See, this is my problem with the NFL today. Okay, back then, not that I'm saying Andre Waters, who was an Eagle, okay, known as a dirty player, okay, not because he spit on someone, because he tried to jam you and punch you and do whatever he had to do. So I come from that era of watching football. And to me, it was like, are you kidding me right now? Okay, the unsportsmanlike taunting thing. Come on, guys. All right, there has to be a limit to it. Come on, right? I mean, you're asking people to hit each other. There's so many rules now. I don't know how the defense can even play. It's just, it's kind of hard, you know? No helmet to helmet. And it's just, I mean, not that I'm saying there should be, but
Rex believes that they should be able to have like Uzis and machetes and stuff out there on the field.
No, but I'm like taunting. I mean, leave
Rex
the taunting
is how
thing
we
alone.
get to the last Boy Scout. I'm telling you right now, man. Oh, just a little more, just a little more.
You know, the guy spit on someone. Granted, it's wrong, but you eject him from the entire game.
You want it to be
fined him
basket
like
brawl.
$60K, right? And it was a 15-yard penalty. Are you kidding me? Okay, Lester Hayes put Darryl Stingley in a wheelchair, and he played the rest of that game.
I think that was less deliberate though. That was just a bad hit. I don't think Lester Hayes woke up and said
It wasn't like he showed up with Bane and was like, I must break you.
That's what I was going to say. I think there's
this
a
isn't
difference.
Apollo. This isn't a I can't even remember his name now.
Like Clubber Lang, Apollo Creed type deal, man.
Clubber Lang. I'm just saying.
Ivan Drago, I must break you. I don't think
It's like,
we were there.
I don't know how many times I saw the taunting penalty flag thrown for that. Yes, this weekend.
That's apparently something they're really pushing for this year is all the unsportsmanlike stuff. So you'll see a lot of it this year, apparently, is what they're saying.
Yeah, but CJ, so back in the good old days, if you did something like that, then the next time there was a play and they had an open field to hit you, they would. Okay, just like baseball, I think, right? Like the little league, the bat toss and dad suing and the injunction, that's ridiculous. Okay, your kid shouldn't have tossed a bat like that. Okay, he threw it like 20 feet in the air. Okay, but you don't file an injunction. And back in the good old days, the next time you had an at bat, you knew they're coming for you, dude.
Rex, we know why you're really upset. It's because now this sets a precedent. In the next Mystics game, you're not allowed to spit on the coach of the other team.
I was just going to say, I'll tell you what's going to happen. Fast forward later into 2026, and we're wondering where Rex is on the show.
No, you know what the problem is?
We have to explain the spitting incident.
No, no.
Robbie knows exactly what I mean.
The baseball softball thing is totally different. Okay, I'll tell you why. Because
it's fine to do it softball.
Because look, the umpire, you made a call. Okay, you agree, you disagree. Okay. You don't like his strike zone. You don't like this. You don't like that. You can agree or disagree.
You spit on him? Is that where we're going with
No, you don't.
Look, you don't spit on him. You kick dirt at him, man. You kick dirt. That's what you
dad took it to court and had an emergency injunction. That's my problem with it. Okay. It's like, what did the kid learn? Okay. I mean, that's my problem with it. You went to court, wasted court's time. I'm sure there are cases more important than little Johnny playing in the next game, okay, which they got run ruled. That was my problem with it. Agreed.
I'm sorry, you spit on my quarterback. I'm glad you got kicked out of the game. Plus, it made the game a little bit better for us.
No,
like I wish the best defensive player on every team we play would spit on Dak and get kicked out of the game.
NFL, Major League Baseball, these guys are paid big bucks. Okay, different story. At youth sports, there is a sportsmanlike kind of thing that should happen, and it does happen most of the time. Okay, you can disagree with the umpire; they're human beings. Okay,
they are not. They're soulless wretches.
Some of the nonsense I've seen. All right, there was a tournament that I was working, and there was a young lady who decided to umpire. And I didn't know her personally until that tournament, but she was a former college player, and she played against my daughter through high school coming up, probably through club as well. And she's upping a game. So I have this coach come up to me, and I had two incidences that tournament. Okay, both of them really crazy. So I had a coach come up to me, approached me in the parking lot, and said, "Look, you're the tournament director." Yes, I said yes. What's up? He goes, "We've got an umpire's out of control. She tossed me because I questioned the obstruction call." Right. So I have a rule. First of all, almost all the coaches who have a kid on the team, they're liars. Okay. So I took my standard answer. I'm like, look, there's not much I can do. The umpire has control of the game. They make the call and they toss you, you're tossed. Okay. There's nothing I can do. The most I can do for you is I can call the umpire in charge. Okay. But he's currently umpiring a game. So it's not going to happen until after the game. And your game is going to end before his game is. So that's all I can do. Right. So he walked away, all pissed off. So her game ends and she's walking to her car. And I asked her, I said, I got enough. So what happened? She goes, I did toss him, but not over the obstruction call. He was chirping. She said he was chirping. 2 innings later, he's still chirping. And he says to me, you should find another profession. That's when I toss him. Okay. That is out of control. Then I had a dad coach come up to me, get in my face, because he didn't like the way one umpire talked to him and the girls. Right. And he's yelling at me. Okay. And I tell him, I said, there's nothing I can do about it. Okay. The game's over. And he tells me it's a BS answer to my face. It's like, dude, first of all, it was a showcase tournament. No one cares who wins the game. But I got to tell you, it was a real problem for me. This guy's in my face yelling. I have 2 other umps behind me. You know, they're like, we deal with this all the time, and we do. And these parents are out of control. So when I read about that story, okay, about going to court and filing an emergency injunction so your kid could play, teach your kid not to toss a bat 20 feet in the air. Okay, teach your kid to have some class. You hit a dinger. When I coach, I tell the girls the same thing. You strike out, you hit a dinger. Okay, same face, no emotion. Don't show too much emotion. Don't. You strike out, don't come back in the dugout and slam your helmet and your bat. Okay, I guarantee you, no college coach will recruit you after that. Okay,
no, the performance center will.
You hit a home run, show some class. Don't humiliate the pitcher. Okay,
we need a sketch cover stat of Rex spitting on a squirrel holding the Powerpuff Girls Mom Wall special. That's what we need.
Let me tell you one thing. You do that kind of bat flip when Bob Gibson was playing, I guarantee you where the next time you're up, where that pitch is going, straight for your head.
Yeah, or Nolan Ryan's would just like charge the plate. Come at you.
Yeah. Okay, ask Robin Yao how that worked out for him, right? You have some class. And the emergency injunction, come on, man. That's crazy. Okay, you tell your son you can do whatever you want. If you have the money, go to court.
I can't wait till the day, Preston, when we have robot umps and you got some manager out there trying to like kick dirt at like the T800 and he just gets picked up by his
I hope that day never happens, Robbie.
Oh no.
Let's see.
The T800.
Unknown. I read about that one. Good. Okay. It's crazy, these parents and the coaches these days. What are you teaching your kids? And who cares? It's not the World Series. It's not the Stanley Cup. It's not the Super Bowl. What is going on?
So using this logic, I'm just trying to follow it. This is like not that important, but like in Major League sports, it's okay to spit and throw stuff, right? Because that's money and ratings and television.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm just figuring out that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you.
Robbie, I'd like you to bookmark this episode when I made the Rex Logic Last Boy Scout reference, because this might be coming back to haunt us.
You cannot compare professional sports with youth sports.
Ain't life we'll be right back after these messages. Everybody.
Because I got to be honest with you. In youth sports, the vast majority of these kids don't play in college, don't play beyond college. So you're teaching them how to be people. Major leagues, they're paid millions of dollars to do what they do. It's a different arena. Okay. But yes, you cannot, Marcus. People have been tossed. I have tossed people. Okay. And the umpire has control during the game. I have only called the UIC on one umpire. And he was a young guy who was out of control. He was tossing coaches for mumbling under their breath. So he had to, I called the UIC. But no, I've tossed parents. I've tossed coaches. Okay. I've backed up umpires that have tossed coaches. Ones that would not go when you're tossed, go to the edge of the parking lot. And I told them, look, you can't stay here. If you stay here, next call I make is to the cops, and they will remove you. So what do you want it to be? You want your son or your daughter to see you get removed? It's simple as that. So nobody gets away with anything. But I am reasonable. Okay, if you come to me with a complaint, I will lodge the complaint. I'll write it down. But if you get nasty with me, next call I'm making is to the cops. And I know township cops in the tournaments that I work, and you outdoor you're going, man. They're taking you away. You want your daughter to see that? Fine with me. I don't care.
Well, if it's my kid, she's going to see me get locked up eventually anyway, so she might as well see it with her team instead.
That's okay with me. And then I will disqualify your team. I've done that before too. Out of control, won't accept what I'm saying. Your team is
narc. I said, yeah.
Give us no. This happened.
Oh no!
Guy was out of control. The coach was out of control. I said, your team. The coach was tossed, would not leave. I said, if you don't leave, I'm going to disqualify your team. You're done for this tournament. Guy would not leave. Called me all kinds of names. I said, you're gone. You and your team. Tell your team pack their stuff up. You're out of here. You're done. Go. I need my money back. I'd say you can talk to the ultimate tournament director about the money, but today, this tournament, you are done. Out of here. And if you don't leave now, the cops are in my next phone call. And I hold up my phone with the township police right on there. I don't care, man. You want to file a complaint? Go ahead. You want to bash me on Facebook? Go ahead. I don't care. But I am not taking your crap. Okay. So now your big mouth has just cost your team the entire tournament. Over what? A call you disagreed with? See ya.
What do you think they say about us in the private chat comments?
Don't care. Just like I don't care about every coach parent that has badmouthed me. Teams I've coached against. Woman was badmouthing me, my daughter, from 5 years ago. Still doing it. We're so in her head. But don't care. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Got on my little high horse there. All right. Space Coast number 2, volume 2. Cover E by Matina. It is the foil. And we have that for $9.99.
Bad dad.
So my little tirade will be on EXP Shorts next week.
Oh, I have to believe Jay is editing this clip right now. He's so yeah.
Sorry, guys. I get on soapbox. I take it seriously. I get paid to be tournament director. I don't get paid to be a coach. They give me the free gear, and that's about it.
How many office break room beers did you drink before the show?
0.
All of them.
We don't keep beers. Sodas, okay, iced tea.
Rex.
Yeah, I got up my soapbox, but I take it very seriously. I do a lot of tournaments. If you don't establish that line right off the bat, these coaches and parents will take advantage. So anyone that has a team and has been a coach for a while, they know me. Okay, so they come to these tournaments, they behave, they say hello, I say hello to them. They know that I will control the tournament and the games. Okay, and if you're out of line, I will toss you, and I don't care how much you paid. Okay, you can take that up with the finance people, see if you can get the money back. And I guarantee you, I know them. No refunds, baby. No refunds. At this point,
I understand why your daughter doesn't watch the show.
A show with a bunch of middle-aged, boring old men. Yeah, I can see why too.
How is this on the internet? This is the bottom of the internet. Welcome.
That's probably true. All right. So then we have cover F, the Matina Foil Virgin, and we have that for $29.
Have you checked like Glassdoor or anything to see how many stars you have as a baseball coach? I'm
not a baseball coach. First of all,
I'm sorry.
No, I don't care. You know what I care about? Now you've got me on the tangent.
Oh no! Oh no!
What I care about was my daughter and I got to coach two sisters, an older one and a younger one. And the parents brought back the younger one after the older one moved on.
Marcus,
that to me was
18
the ultimate
tournament, 70 Qs.
That was the ultimate compliment, that you trusted me and my kid enough to coach two kids. Okay, that said something to me. That's what I care about. Okay, girls that I went to a senior day just this last spring. To a girl who will be playing at Kutztown. All right. We had her when she was 14 and coach her, and she was phenomenal, natural talent. All the girls that are now playing in college, okay, that I coach, that to me is the ultimate. I don't care what some parent coach thinks about me, but to know that these girls, and they invite us to come back to senior day, to signing day, that's what matters to me. All right, Marcus 18, I wish. My tournaments generally they will be multiple fields. I'll have one. And usually there are anywhere from 15 to 25 teams at my field. It is a hot mess, but we keep it straight. So there you go. Another soapbox number 2.
And it's time for our last break.
Is it? Sorry, it is. Thank you, John.
Oh, no.
All right, Jay.
We are in trouble if I am the one keeping order on the show, man.
Yes, we are. See what happens when Amy goes on vacation?
Tell Amy, look, we'll pay you your money, but you got to come back. That can't fly.
Oh, Preston, I'll be long since dead by then. All right, so
we'll be back after a few minutes.
Back. Yeah, we'll be back. And we will get to the rest of the books. We got Space Ghost, Vampirella, and Thundercats.
Thundercats has an action figure cover.
And Gargoyles Demona is out today. All right, so hang out. We'll be right back.
We'll be back.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra, yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like...
No regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other. And with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dozed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's going to be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great. Thanks.
All right, we're back. All right, so continuing on, Space Ghost number 2, cover G, Michael Cho foil, and we have that for $9.99. Then we have
Warlord, indeed. If you ain't first, you're last.
Ricky Bobby, and cover H, the Michael Cho foil Virgin.
That
and we have
in
that
Latin
for
is the Rex Wang Softball Academy's motto. Hey, what does this mean in English? If you ain't first, you're last.
All right. So then we have cover J, the Matina Virgin, and we have that for $50.
TJ, that's funny.
Oh, I like that one. Hey, Kenneth. All right, we have cover K, the 110 J Lee black and white, and we have that for $10. Then we have cover L, the 110 Bjorn Lorenz
like
Virgin.
More than once, where Space Ghost is sort of like transparent.
Right.
And I can't imagine how difficult that's going to be as an artist to pull off, right? He's there, but he's not, and you got to do like the outline.
All right.
Artists are amazing, folks, man. Some of the things I see that just go by, like, I'm like, I think about it for a second, like, imagine having to do that. Like, here, here's the editor, like, here's, this is kind of what we want to do. Okay.
All right, we have this one for $10. And then cover M, the 115 J Lee black and white Virgin. And we have that for $15. Then we have cover N, the 115 Michael Cho Virgin. And we have that for $15. And then cover O, the 120 J Lee Virgin. And we have that for $20.
Bring it back.
And then cover P, the 1.5 J Lee foil. And we have that for $5. Then we have cover Q, the 1.7 Bjorn Lorenz foil. And we have that for $7. Then we have cover R, the 110 J Lee foil Virgin. We have that for $10. Then we have cover S, the 110 Bjorn Lorenz foil Virgin. And we have that for $10. And that is Space Ghost number 2. All right, so then we have Vampirella on number 5. Cover A by Lucho Perillo. I think Triple B was asking about this. It's cover A by Lucho Perillo. Ooh, nice one.
Some insane collars on that cover, man.
What's that?
Some insane collars, man. Look, they're like Spawn. It's great.
All right, so Becky wants Space Ghost A. Got you, Becky. Hold on, let me jot that down.
I kind of like sometimes when people get real vintagey with Vampirella's costume, like the big sort of, almost like tuxedo type deal or whatever. Very neat. There are cosplay covers. I just looked at one.
There you go.
There is a Rachel Holland cosplay cover for this.
All right.
Dynamite ain't going to release a Vampirella comic without a cosplay cover. Come on. They know their audience.
True. All right. So then we have cover B, the Greg Land version, and we have that at $4.99.
Rachel Holland asked me a couple of years ago because she was kind of talking to newer, younger cosplayers about how to get into books and stuff like this. And I said, Rachel, tell every young cosplayer, go buy a copy of Vampirella. That's how you get into Dynamite books.
All right. So then we got cover C, the Linzer variant, and we have that for $4.99.
Why is there an Affliction t-shirt in the background there?
I was just about to say that. Oh my God, that's too funny.
It looks like something Brock Lesnar would wear, man.
Oh my God. Is that Lesnar behind her? Is that the deal now? Where she's looking over her shoulder like, oh no, I don't want to put this dude over. Everybody puts Brock over. Sorry, Vampy.
All right. Then we have cover D by Elias Chadzudis. We have that at cover price. Here it comes.
I like when they do the blood red eyes for Vampirella.
Cover E, the cosplay variant. And we have that at cover price.
I don't know if it'll be out, but when Rachel shot this, Rachel also shot this in the variant black and white Vampirella costumes. She just happened to bring them all. And so she had Deadshot, the photographer, just take pictures of them and all. And it was really funny because I'm
Makes
like
sense.
I'm like a bad example. She's like, which one? Always black. I always like Vampirella in black because the first time I've seen her, it's black and white. So I always prefer her in black, although I realize the accepted traditional color is red.
All right. So then we got cover G, the Lucio Perillo Virgin. We have that for 50.
What a lot of people don't realize is in the background of this cover, that's Rex when a parent of somebody on another softball team starts coming at him.
What did you say? And all you see is the eye.
All right.
Oh my God.
So
I will call the cops on you right now.
If they look like that, I probably wouldn't get that mad.
Preston, I will tell you this, and this was something I suggested a while ago. I suggested, and licensing, there's like different sort of permissions or whatever granted. Nick explains this like a zillion times better than I do. But I suggested a Green Hornet variant cosplay cover with Gracie the cosplay lass as the Green Hornet and Rachel Holland as Kato. And they both loved that idea.
Hey, I sent Nick a bunch of pictures of some ducks from my local park dressed up as Darkwing Duck, and he never used those, so it's outside of our, our control. So
no, but the number one question I get a lot of times people ask on social media is why isn't there like a cosplay cover for Gargoyles or something? A bunch of cosplayers love Gargoyles, and they do. Again, Gracie the cosplay lass did Demona, and probably about as good a Demona as I've ever seen.
Right.
She paid a huge amount of money for boots to look like their claws. Disney doesn't want that, so it doesn't happen. That's just it. That's like sort of the, you know what I mean? People kind of ascribe these weird conspiracy. No, I asked Nick, and Nick told me, and I'm fine passing it on to other people. What gets published is what is agreed upon with Dynamite and whoever the license holder is, right? And that's that's kind of like that's it and that's all type thing.
All right. Then we have cover H to 110 ratio J Anacleto variant, and we have that for 10.
Vampirella looking like she's at the Sawyer house from Texas Chainsaw Massacre right there, man.
Jay Anacleto's style is a throwback to when Harris published this character, Vampirella. And I mean that in like the most positive, thumbs up way possible. If you go back and look at some of the Harris covers, Adam Hughes, a few other people that were doing the covers, I think maybe consciously, maybe subconsciously, I don't know. I think Jay Anacleto's done a few covers of Vampirella, and they really have like late 90s sort of energy to them when Harris did the book.
All right, then we have cover I, the 110 cosplay virgin. We had that for 10. Then we have cover J, the 115 Anacleto black and white.
No, man.
And we have this one for 15.
That is sweet.
Then
more than black and white, that's almost like monotone, right? I guess the way that like the inking is done or whatever, that's very, I don't know if it's digital, but that's very cool.
Then we have cover K, the 115 Shadzudis
Marcus,
virgin.
Nick couldn't get the Ducks to sign the release for the photo that Robbie sent.
And we have that for 15. Then we have cover L, the 115 Linsner virgin. And we have that for 15. And cover M, the 120 Anacleto virgin. And we have that for 20. Then cover N, the 120 Greg Land virgin. And we have that for 20. Then we have cover P, the 17 Shadzudis
black, white, and red.
And we have that for 7. Then we have cover O, the Perillo ultraviolet variant. And we have that at cover price. Then cover Q, the 110 Perillo ultraviolet virgin. And we have that for 10.
I have to say, everybody knows, obviously, I'm a huge mark for Space Ghost. I'm a huge mark for anything Hanna-Barbera.
Right.
This week, the cover that, and we've had some amazing covers this week. The cover, I think that if I had to pick one and say, look at this, it's probably the Jay Anacleto black and white cover.
All right. So
that has all sorts of energy to like, you know what I mean? Like I said, Harris stuff. Also,
Right.
somebody mentioned, TJ mentioned it. That black and white has almost like Hammer Studios energy, which I think is, you know, super appropriate for Vampirella. But I would tell anyone, if you're not sure which one to order, I would probably, I'm a bad example because take the cosplay one, but if you're going to take a non-cosplay cover, I would say it's absolutely that one.
All right. Then we have Thundercats number 18 out on Wednesday. Cover A by Lucio Perillo. Cover price. Then we have cover B, Declan Shalvey. And we have that cover price.
No one cares about these covers. Get to the good one.
Then we have cover C, the Jay Lee variant. Also cover price. Then cover D, the Drew Moss variant. And we have that at cover price.
Could you imagine a Thundercats animated series done in the Jay Lee style?
And then here you go, Marcus. Cover E, the Mannix variant. And we have this at cover price.
I literally walked in here, looked in the box, and saw that, and I said to Rex, don't we have someone who asks for this every week?
And then,
I love these Mannix tarot card covers. They're so cool, man.
And then John's cover of the week, cover F, the Drew Moss action
figure. I love
figure
action figure covers. They make me happy, man. These are very cool.
All right. Then we have cover G, the Lucio Perillo foil. And we have that in $9.99.
Preston, that would be awesome. I would love to see. I don't know what the licensing is with stuff. People like characters like Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, or whatever. I know from doing a limited edition when I owned part of Dead Sled Coffee, we did a Boris Karloff roast, and we did a Vincent Price roast, and literally from when someone, I'll put it this way, someone in Dead Sled's organization came up with the idea to the coffee release, it was 13 months of back and forth and this and that or whatever, conversations with super nice people like Victoria Price, Vincent Price's daughter, amazing person to work with. She's fine with everything. We're fine with everything. The amount of financial, business, and corporate people between these two things happening, and I understand everyone's doing their due diligence, everyone's doing their job, contracts, blah, blah, blah. 13 months for us to literally have Vincent Price pumpkin spice coffee, which was like a 75-day license.
All right. So then we have cover H, the Lucio Perillo foil virgin. And that $29.99. Then cover I, the Mannix foil. We have that at $9.99. Then cover J, the Mannix foil virgin. And we have that at $29.99. And then cover L, the Lucio Perillo virgin. And we have that at $50. Then cover M, the 110 Drew Moss action figure version. And we
I
have that
almost
at $10.
feel like these covers don't work as well as virgin covers.
Yeah, probably not.
Like, I feel like I need the sort of, because if you bought an action figure, right? Like, if I take an action figure off, this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Right? And I almost feel like, normally I love stuff with virgin covers. I think these sort of need them.
I would agree with that one because it's supposed to look like something you buy.
Yeah, it's literally supposed to be something I take off the shelf back in the day from like KB Toys or something.
Right. All right. Then we have cover N, the 110 Declan Shalvey black and white. Have that for $10. Then we have cover O, the 115 Mannix version.
I feel like when Declan Shalvey drew that cover, he had just finished like a Frank Miller Daredevil the Hand story. With all the, you know what I mean? Because if you look at that cover, that's kind of what it reminded me of. Yeah.
All right. We have
How
this
many
one
times
for
have we
15.
seen Frank Miller sort of,
Right.
touch, to a certain extent do this? Very cool.
All right. Then we have cover P, the 115 Drew Moss virgin. And we have that for 15. Then cover Q, the 120 Jay Lee virgin. Have that for 20. Then we have cover R, the 120 Declan Shalvey virgin. And we have that for 20. Then we have cover S, the Jay Lee black and white variant. We have that for 10.
CJ, I think action figure covers are a niche thing because I've heard a lot of people say that at cons and shows and even in stores. I think there's X percentage of people that will buy them. Like out of every 100 fans for a title, I don't care what it was. I think at some point, let's just say 5 out of 100 will buy it.
All right. So then we got cover T, the Declan Shalvey foil for $9.99. Then cover U, the 1/7 J. Lee black and white version. And that for $7. Then cover V, the 110 Declan Shalvey foil version. That for $10. And then we have Gargoyles Demona number 3 is out on Wednesday. Cover A by Megan Hetrick. And we have that cover price. Cover B, the J. Lee variant. Have that cover. Cover C, the Frank Poor variant. And we have that cover.
Very cool.
It is, isn't it? And then cover D, the David Cousins variant. And we have that at cover. Then cover F, the Megan Hetrick Virgin. And we have that at 50. Then we have cover G, the 110 J. Lee black and white. And we have that at 10. Then we have cover H, the 110 David Cousins Virgin. Have that at 10. Then cover I, the 115 Frank Poor Virgin. Have that at 15. And then cover J, the 120 J. Lee Virgin. And we have that at 20. And those are books coming out on Wednesday. And there you go. All right. So last chance before we spin the wheel. The giveaway tonight is Justice League No Justice number 1 with Nightwing cover sketch by Kirstine Danica Lim. Hashtag is hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase. Oof. That was a lot of books.
There was a lot of books.
All right.
Well, there's a lot of books. Now we had Dynamite books again. We've gotten out of the habit of having Dynamite books.
For real. All right. So Robbie has the movie night tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Which project?
The Blair Witch Project. Take your Dramamine before you watch this movie.
It should be a fun conversation, man, because, you know, the big question we want to answer is, does it age well? We know how important it was then, but does it age well today? So it should be a good conversation.
I think the importance of the movie was the way it was marketed. Okay, using
the way it was marketed, the found footage aspect of it, the fact that it was like, I think it made like it cost like initially $60,000 to make. Then of course Artisan put in a bunch of money for marketing. It made $250 million.
Yeah,
and it's ridiculous as far as that goes. But also just this is a movie that could only happen in 1999, right? Where the internet was still young enough where you couldn't just go look this stuff up and find out what really happened, or if there was a thing, and viral marketing. Like, I mean, it was just
redefined marketing. I think.
Yeah, it's the perfect storm, man.
But I think the movie was crappy, personally.
Don't say that.
Sorry. That's part of the discussion.
Please watch Robbie's show, though, to hear a counterpoint.
Yeah, no. If you thought the movie was bad, you want to watch Robbie's show.
Well, one of the things I've noticed is that found footage movies went from Blair Witch to like the craziest, like, you know, nausea-inducing nonsense to now the last couple found footage movies I've seen, like they've sort of gone back to more pared back basics. And I think that's kind of, you know,
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the whole point to watch Robbie's show is you get to express what you really think. I thought it was a poorly made movie because I remember my first ex-wife wanted to see it. She said, "There's a new thing."
Is this when she was your first ex-wife? Like you didn't want to see it?
No, there are a lot of reasons, but I remember we went to
Rex is throwing up in the theater from motion sickness. He's like, "It's over. It's over."
Wait. We went to Sidey Hill in Philly to watch it because there were so limited theaters that had the movie. So we go. She's all excited. She's like, "Oh man, it's gonna be great." You know, I'm like, "Where'd you hear about it?" She says, "The internet, whatever." We go and watch that movie, and I walk out of there, and I don't get seasick, and I was seasick. Okay. And she was talking, and I don't know how she liked it. She was kind of me. And I'm like, look, we spent all this money to watch the nose hairs and the snot up this woman's nose. Okay. I didn't think, the whole movie, I'm waiting to see something, anything. And nothing. We just saw her running around and going,
Alfred Hitchcock explained that it's scarier when you don't see stuff than you do see stuff.
Well, I'm pretty sure Alfred Hitchcock would have said, don't show your nose hair and your snot too. All right, so but definitely watch
Blair Witch would have been to see that guy get attacked by birds.
Yeah, right. That would have been funny.
He runs out of the house. He turns around. There's all the birds waiting on him. Like, surprise.
So, Jay, what else we got going on here?
What anybody has to think about the movie here or on the panel, we're covering it because it is an important movie in horror history. Regardless,
100%.
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah. Absolutely. So, Jay, what else we got? Hey, Corey.
So, of course, watch PCP movie night. I will be over there as soon as I get done here and it comes on. Then come back to the EXP at 11 Eastern, 10 Central for Best Coast Comics, where Big B and Bronze are going to do a Rose City Comic Con recap.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. All right.
David Avalone sent some very cool pictures. He posted them from that con. And one of them is basically like creators are setting up and someone for whatever reason had an alpaca. And the alpaca is just walking across the con floor. And David Avalone mentioned it. And then later in the day, Gail Simone is like on social media, I've seen a lot of stuff at cons. There was like an alpaca that just walked by my table. And I was like, apparently creators haven't seen everything yet at cons.
All right. So, absolute last chance if you want to get in on the giveaway.
Oh, and real quick, I saw Ed Weird ask this. Ed Weird, thanks for asking. The John Cole hot dog was supposed to be a limited edition summer thing. For reasons, incidental to me, it's super successful, so they've added it permanently.
Cool.
And it's part of their football tailgate pack through the rest of the season where you can order your stuff. And now I was surprised by that, actually. By the time we got to Labor Day, I kind of thought they were like, hey, thanks. It's been great.
Well, you told me every single time they made a batch, they were sold out.
They sold out pretty quick.
So,
that's I wasn't going to say that on the show because that sounds like, bragging or whatever. But it's successful. Hadden Culinary, great partners to work with. The response has been great.
Get out there.
Full disclosure, I do sort of have.
I got your text out. They were having a sale that one. I just couldn't get out there.
They were full disclosure. I have a fairly large Facebook platform to sell these things on, to promote these things on, so that helps a lot. But CJ, we were joking about if we wanted to do some kind of like.
I'm so sick of pumpkin spice
weenies, and one of the younger kids at Hadden Culinary is like, "Well, how about some kind of pumpkin spice stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh no,
dude, they removed at Wawa the cinnamon bun coffee, and replaced it with the damn pumpkin spice again. I hate that.
The day that came out, it was 90 degrees in Mount Laurel. The day Wawa told everybody, come and get it, it was 90. The same with Iron Hill. We had some cool period, right before the cool period, they announced their pumpkin pie porter, whatever it's called. It's like 88 degrees that day.
Yeah.
And it's heavy too. It's like a 9-point-something APV.
Bet they didn't sell a lot that day. All right, so everyone have their hashtag in. Jay, let's spin the wheel, bud. All right, here we go. And the winner will be.
There's a joke, Rex. Don't spit on me, bro. It's the new don't tase me, bro.
Well,
winner is Robert.
Unfortunately, Robert is on my list, so I got to spin again.
Oh,
you're on the list. We got to spin again.
There's a list now. Space Case Collectibles, congratulations.
You good, Jay?
Steve, Robbie admitted, you don't even know what the hell Blair Witch is. If there's anyone in this chat that knows what the Blair Witch Project is, it's going to be Robbie.
Well, I know what the Blair Witch is, but I also know what the Brood Witch is, which is one of my favorite episodes of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. So there you go.
All right. So watch Robbie tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern for movie night on PCP. Always a good time. Thank you, Robbie, John.
Then we got Beast Coast Comics. I'm going to rename that show because Best Coast is like a little Beast Coast is.
So happy birthday again, John.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. I will be back Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern for the 1 hour show.
There's some cool stuff on Wednesday too. I got the email from Ariana.
They're starting to incorporate instant replay. I was in a tournament, the one I went to not last summer, but summer before in Florida, Space Coast.
See, that's what we should do. When are we going to do like a group, like an Amazon watch party for Red Sonja?
Is it on Amazon?
It is. It's
Do you have to pay for it?
Last week, I think.
Do you have to pay for it?
Would you like me to talk to
you
the
do.
executive producer?
Well,
even if you're Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
We talked about it on Friday. They're going to organize a watch party for y'all at Dynamite. They're just wait. You got to wait for Amy to come back though, because I said that's the only way you're going to get Rex to watch this movie if somebody else pays for it.
Exactly. You see, Jay knows me. Anyway,
do that.
Well, Nick better bring the pizza or Nick ain't staying late. I'll just tell you that. Okay.
No, I'm having a different idea of bringing food if we're doing a Red Sonja.
yeah, I want John to take care of that area.
Yeah.
Because if Nick orders the pizza, I can guarantee you I know where it's coming from.
I know where. That's why I'm going to say, sir, you're busy publishing my favorite comics. Maybe you should let me get the pizza.
It's coming from Angelo's in Mount Laurel. So anyway, as always, I appreciate everyone that watches week after week. Robbie, thank you. John, thank you. Jay, thank you. And I will see you guys
thanks, Jay,
Wednesday. Jay for pushing buttons.
And Amy, this is your last vacation because everything was off the rails, and you can't.
It's always off the rails. She can only do so much. All right, I will see you guys Wednesday. Peace.
Have a great week, everybody.